here for another fun Friday to talk about audition prep. Now, as we talked about last week, we were focusing on audition attire, which is basically an outfit you wear for your audition. And with your outfit, you want to make sure that you're showing your personality, but also showing that you can be very professional about what you wear. Which, as we talked about, it can be a lot of different types of different attire. You can wear black slacks with a nice shirt, or wear maybe a solid colored dress with a nude shoe, or maybe wearing jeans and a nice shirt. It all depends on what you think is professional and what you think will show your style. Today, we're going to be talking about audition materials, which is basically all the things that you need for your audition package. Now, usually, what that means is that your audition materials usually contain maybe like a song, a monologue, or maybe even a dance. But depending on what you're auditioning for will determine what you would need for the audition. Now, let's talk about monologues. A lot of you all may have seen those big books with monologues in them. They're known as like a monologue book, so they're like monologues, but only the monologue, and there's like a bunch of them. And they just say like, John was upset with Katie because she stole his ball. This is his response. And then they have a monologue responding to how the prompt is. As an actor and director, I do not recommend those because with those monologues, you don't have any idea of what happened before or after the scene. And as actors, or as when you want to audition for a monologue, or just in general, you want to find a monologue where you can learn the story before and after, so you can know where the moment is for them. So instead of just putting yourself in a moment, you being able to understand what happened before and what happens after the monologue will give you a better understanding of how to do that monologue. So with auditions and with monologues in general, I suggest grabbing your monologues from different types of plays. So there's usually two different sections of plays. There's usually classical plays and contemporary plays. In my mind and my suggestion, a contemporary play is a play that was written and performed and created from 1960 to now. So anything in the past 50 to 60 years, to me, is known as a contemporary play. Anything prior to that, or even further than that, are called classical plays. So those plays are your Shakespeare plays, such as Much Ado About Nothing, Othello, Julius Caesar. Then there's the other classical plays, such as the Greek plays. One of my favorites known as Dialogue of the Gods. That's right now one of my monologues from. So classical plays are usually those from back in the day, such as Shakespeare, and then looking up Greek and Roman plays. Specifically, people more know classical plays as Shakespearean plays. Now, contemporary plays and classical plays are both great plays to get monologues from. It really just depends on what you're auditioning for. So like I said before, if you're auditioning for a normal play, they might want you to see a minute of your classical as well as a minute of contemporary. So to make sure in your book you have different types of plays or monologues from different plays that you can grab from. Now that we've talked about monologues, let's talk about some songs. So, when you're singing for an audition, you don't have time to sing the entire song for them. So you want to come in bringing a section of the song, about maybe 30 seconds to a minute of a song that you can really perform well. Or as we call it, 16 to 32 bar cut of a song. Now that we talked about monologues, let's talk about some songs. Now, when you're singing for an audition, you don't have time to sing the entire song. So when you come for these auditions, part of your audition material is finding a 30-second to a minute cut of a song that you're great at singing at. When you create or find these songs, you want to make sure that the song is similar or relatable to what you're auditioning for. For instance, if I was going in to audition for Genie in Aladdin, I wouldn't bring a 30-second to a minute cut of Someone Like You by Adele. They don't really work together. So you want to find songs that really relate to the musical that you're in. For instance, if I was going to sing Genie, it'll be Aladdin and Genie in Aladdin, thank you. If I was going to be Genie in Aladdin, then I'll find a song that's very like best friend-like and very like kind of like a fun song that relates to how Genie is as a personality and bring it into a song. So you want to find songs that are very similar to what you're auditioning for. So if I was auditioning for a Disney princess, it may be like Little Mermaid, and I'm auditioning for Ariel, I might sing another Disney princess song, maybe from Sleeping Beauty or Snow White or Princess and the Frog. If I was gonna play an evil character from like Descendants, like the Mel's mother, I might find like a song like from Ursula from Little Mermaid, or other like villain type song. So when you're getting ready for an audition, you want to find a song that's similar to what you're auditioning for, but not from the music. Now, let's wrap this thing up. Audition materials are materials that we use for an audition. They can be songs, they can be monologues, they can be quick dance numbers. All of those are what makes up an audition package. So, with your audition materials, you have monologue songs and maybe different dances. But today we focus more on monologues and songs. Now, in monologues, you get these monologues from plays, and they come from two different categories. They come from classical categories, such as Shakespeare plays and Greek tragedies, and then there's contemporary plays, like Little Women and Claiborne Park. So you want to make sure when you do a monologue, you find out what type of monologue they want you guys to do, and figure out which category you need to pull from to find your monologue. With songs, you want about 30 seconds to a minute of a song that you can perform very well that shows off your personality. And you want to find a song that is very similar to the musical. For instance, if you're auditioning for The Little Mermaid, you want to find maybe another Disney princess type song that's kind of like maybe the lead girl if you're going out for Ariel. So with finding a song, you want to make sure you have 30 seconds to about a minute of a song, and you want to find a song that you can relate to the musical or the play that you're auditioning for. So thank you everyone for joining me today for another fun Friday with Audition Prep. Tune in next week as we figure out how to create an audition cut of a song, where we're going to get our sheet music and I'm going to show you all how to actually cut out your music to make your own musical theater audition cut. Until then, have a fabulous Friday. Bye!